Welcome back to the White Time channel. Today, The Deer Hunter, Act 1, The Lake South, the River North. Whee!
It's never orc. That's what's really sad about it.
Oh,
Oh, that was almost Kate
that was
Bush.
almost Kate Bush. Wow.
Well,
We skipped a week. I was sick, but now we're not as sick, so we're recording a video.
not as sick.
We're back with some prog rock and some indie rock. Back on our super complicated narrative prog rock, I guess, after we did the Mars Volta.
True.
But I have pretty much zero idea what this is. So I feel like you have more knowledge on what this is than I do.
I did a very, very small amount of research. Like 10 minutes before we started recording, I was like, I want to figure out what this is. Because when I originally added this to the wheel, I believe I played like their most popular song. And I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. I'll add this. And so I remember liking it. I don't remember what it sounded like at all. But I did some research. This is it. We're getting started on a 6-part journey thing. It's all one story. Takes place in, I think, the late 1800s. Well, I guess 1878. It's one of the songs. Takes place back then. It's apparently the story of a boy growing up in, I don't know where it is. It might be America for all I know. I don't know. I know it basically is like a literally me thing where like the main character is kind of, he doesn't make like a good decision. He's a bad person. This is essentially Breaking Bad the musical.
That's awesome.
And it's set in 1878.
Great.
So that's all I have. This is the shortest one by far. Like the rest of them are over an hour long, almost all of them. But this one's a clean 38 minutes. So
Nice. 38
We'll
minutes,
see what
38
it's like.
seconds to be exact.
Oh, 38.
That's intentional.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be like, it might be pretentious art, prog, whatever. But hey, if it sounds nice, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I have much to add. I think the person who made this was in another group and then got kicked out. And
yes, that is true.
His new group. So
yes,
you can dive in. I don't have much else to add, but
yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we'll just do the first two. They're both like less than 2 minutes.
Sure.
Already. Battesimo del Fuoco. Butcher my Italian.
The price is clear. A child born, the mother near.
I feel like I'm playing a God of War game.
That's true.
The flame is gone, the fire remains. The flame is gone, the fire remains. The flame is gone.
Okay. I guess that's how you do a transition from that.
It's going to transition again. The first two.
That wasn't rock at all. If I'm being honest. I did really like it though. I don't know if I will play the second track by itself. That seems like it's going to be an in-betweener. But the first one was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for a cappella songs. And that one was pretty good. I think The main singer's vocals aren't anything like super crazy. They are very serviceable, but um, I thought that the arrangement was really nice.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I thought the
yeah,
acapella was like really well done.
yeah.
I'm kind of iffy when it comes to acapellas like that, but like I felt like that one worked pretty well. I also liked like
Mhm.
the different percussive things he was doing with his voice, and that felt really cool. Second track was okay. I don't know. This is bordering into theatercore, and I have strong feelings about theatercore. This felt a little bit too like college band, like student
Mm.
ish for me with the arrangement. It just felt like it was going through a lot of movements very quickly and didn't like set a good tone for where the record's going. But I also don't know what the third song is going to sound like. I'm assuming it's the first full song, so my opinion might change after that.
Who knows? I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
But yeah, I can't like provide too much yet since those are like two intros basically. But
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
City Escape, track 3.
Favorite Sonic.
I hope they escape the city. No, that's yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Please, what happened to the flame? With a fondness for cooking history, revealing thoughts of mystery. In the heat of the night. Black by practical and the mercenary lust, they tear at her skin. Black by practical and the mercenary lust, they tear at her skin. Oh, but her breath escapes her. Oh, but the pulse remains. Oh, but her breath escapes. Gliding at her throat with the smell of desperate and a lack of regret.
These are down to the wire. City Escape.
I like that song. That was pretty good. Um, I'm not gonna follow this storyline for the first time. Kind of like, well, not as bad as the Mars Volta, because
No, the Mars Volta thing was crazy. That
they
one has like
threw
a
in,
whole
like-
comic book like associated to it.
Yeah, but like just with their lyrics, it was
Yeah.
just like the most annoying
Yeah.
thing because they would use like the biggest words. It's like, oh, you're smart, nice job. But this one, not as bad, but yeah, I don't know. I liked it. There was enough variation, kept me engaged the whole time. I thought that his vocals fit this style a little bit more with the more heavier rock stuff than the acapella. But yeah, that was a pretty good first real song, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the annoying person in this episode, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
cool.
feel a lot of. I'm gonna feel the same about this as I feel about like Miracle Musical and all of that. So just know that it was okay. I mean, I like the Mars Volta because one, while I couldn't understand it, like the instrumentals justify the switch ups, it justifies the energy, it justifies the pacing. With here, I feel like when you're building a story, you need atmosphere, and I wasn't really getting that at all from these instrumentals. Like one little piano line isn't going to give me like a brooding atmosphere that you think it's going to get me. like, I don't know. I followed the story, like, you know, it's like the birth of like this character here. But like, I feel like nothing like reached a peak where it's like, this is the height of the song or this is the low point of the song. Everything kind of felt kind of flat on a plane. I mean, there were switch ups, but it didn't like really, there's nothing that grabbed me to keep me in. I mean, there's some cool riffs there every now and then. It just kind of felt like a watered down Muse, which is not something you want to water down because Muse is, yeah. But I mean, there are parts of it that I enjoyed. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like something's missing from it. It's like almost there. That's the annoying part. But yeah, I mean, and also the mixing on those drums were not great, but that's a picky thing. Don't listen to the cymbals and you'll be fine.
I will say that if you know, if you're having a story set in the 1800s, maybe a prog rock is not the style I would go. It
Well, I
does
think it's
not.
fine because you have things like Crimson King or like Court of the Crimson King where they're able to do a prog rock style and it works. Or like even like, you know, Metallica does like this old timey kind of medieval sound of a guitar, like something like that would be fantastic. Like I just
Yeah.
need some kind of world building here more than just like an instrumental that I would hear in any rock song. It's hard to describe, but like, you know, when there's an atmosphere, I'm just not feeling it on that song.
Yeah. I agree. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Awesome.
But yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Track 4, The Inquiry of Miss Terry.
I believe it's pronounced mystery because that's how they pronounced it in City Escape.
Yeah,
you get it?
I
Of affection, conflicted by convictions of indecency, sorority, corrupted by impropriety. The cavalier, she hopes of him, in dissonance with experience. A boy who grows with knife in hand, to fend for her becomes a man.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Chief. The Inquiry of Mystery.
Oh, I think I like that one more than City Escape.
I do.
Yeah. That one felt. I really liked the chorus. Just the dun 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 dun. Like that's fun. Yeah, I didn't notice any issues, but also, you know, I can't hear anything, so don't know how that's affecting all this. But like, okay, yeah, that sounded nice. Again, not really paying attention to the lyrics right now. But again, doesn't sound pretentious. As I'm reading along, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's nice to have like some.
It's
theater
pretentious
core
in a
stuff.
very like spoken word right there kind of way.
Yeah. I think what gets me is like these like they use like weirdo words that are like mythical or like just big words for something small, and it's just like, shut up, that's so annoying.
For me, it has to justify it. Like Tool has to justify using like all these weirdo things. Most of the time they do, but like, yeah, it can get a lot.
Yeah, for some reason there's just an immediate disconnect
Mm-hmm.
whenever that happens. So I appreciate that they're going for this weirdo art theater core thing and they aren't doing the annoying thing. So I'll give them a tip of the hat for that, and that song was pretty nice.
Yeah, I like that one a lot more. I felt like I could actually like, they knew what they were going for song wise. They perfected it. Like it was good. It was decent, and the story went through and it was good. So yeah, I felt like the last track was trying to do too much and like it didn't need to. This song was just a nice little waltz. The guitar riffs were nice. Again, the cymbals are so blown out in the chorus. Please, I want to hear all the nice instrumentation that's happening in the chorus because I love the arrangement of the song. But the cymbals are just mixed so front in the mix. I'm like, please. But other than that, the song's pretty decent. Like, I don't have a lot to add about it. But yeah, story wise, it seems like it's like just picturing like his mother who's like a prostitute and just like her giving him lessons and like dancing around the room with this kind of waltz like thing. So yeah, nothing too bad for me there.
Okay.
Still not something I'm listening to again, but like I'm gonna give points when points are due. I'm not gonna just shut it out. So
There you go. That's what makes you a good critic.
yeah.
That's what makes me a bad critic.
All right, 1878, good year.
Yeah, great year actually. And a fun song.
Sounds like a fun year. I was written in 7/8 time.
Wow,
1878.
that's very good.
We got away, and
I like that one. I don't know if that one is as good as the Inquiry of Mystery for me, but I did like that one quite a bit. There was more of a journey, I would say, over the course of this song than there has been in the other longer songs, I would say. But it started off very nice, very light. It sounded like it was going to be a very happy song. And then in the end, they're talking about knives, cutting himself, all this stuff. It's like, oh, okay, we're getting a little edgy. Which I'm pretty sure self-harm didn't even exist in 1878. So I don't know how historically accurate this is.
I think it did, but it wasn't on purpose.
Well, true. You're probably just a child working in a factory.
Yeah,
who
exactly.
Accidentally got your arm ripped off.
Harm is just a part of life at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like unbearable,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's all right.
I feel like I enjoyed that one overall. Seemed like story wise, it's like the character like getting to like his surroundings and like where he lives and just like taking all of it in. So it is like more of a it's a more open like natural song. So I definitely felt that it matched it pretty well. I feel like there's a painting buried underneath here, but I'm only getting like the crayon sketch of it. Like there's I feel like everything's here. It just needs a little work. Like he definitely knows what he's doing in arrangements. They're a little sloppy. The organ hits were nice. It did feel like a clash with the other instrumental parts at some points, and it kind of took me out. Like I'm trying to get immersed in it, but little things keep taking me out. It's like the mixing. It's like the lows need to go a little bit lower. Those bright piano hits need to be a little bit brighter and higher. It's like the piano got pushed way forward at one point where it's like, this is too loud. It's just like minor little things where it's like, if you piece these together in a different way, like remastered it, it could sound so much better. And I would be so much more immersed in like these pretty gorgeous passages that he made. Like I like the arrangements here. It's just these little things where it's like, ooh, like I love that guitar riff. Like, let me hear that more clear, or like don't drown out this weird vocal effect you put on your voice where I can literally hear how chunky the compression is when it's the only thing going on. So it sounds like nitpicky things, but when you're immersing someone in a story experience, I kind of want to be fully immersed in it. Like I can't be like getting taken out because a cymbal's too loud or a piano's way too loud and it scared me in this like serene moment. But yeah, overall, I do like the sound of that track overall. It's just like, you know, I want it like done a little bit differently, and it would be awesome.
Sure. I don't know how much of that is that this is their first record.
It could be.
So maybe they get better over the
Yeah.
course of that, where it's
Yeah.
like those kind of producing things. Because I think he produced this too.
He did.
Like wrote
He did.
did all the arrangements, and
Yeah.
so like
So-
maybe he gets better as a producer. As
I mean,
this
he's
goes
definitely
on.
got it something. It's just like it needs a little bit of work.
Yeah,
But-
it's a little rough around the edges, but it's like
and I'm used to
rough-
prog records like being immaculately produced and arranged, so it is a little different for me.
Sure.
So
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do any more of these, but it would be interesting to see like by Act 4 how it changes.
yeah, but there's a lot of promise here. There's that's how it's gonna be.
Sure.
I gotta point him out because that's my reaction to it. So
That's fair. Yeah.
all right, The Pimp and the Priest.
What's the difference? Huh. Biting religious commentary on the Boy
Wow.
Time YouTube channel. I almost said Boy Time podcast. It's not right.
Sounds like the opening to that one Blur song. I forgot which one it was, but the one that was like, "Ooh."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
While the pimp and priest pray quietly where the precious sinners sit. Confess, oh confess, in the chapel or brothel where we suffocate stress. We've got the time if you've got the scratch.
The Pimp and the Priest.
That one kind of had to grow on me as the song went because it was really jarring at the
Yeah,
beginning.
I don't know what was
Um,
going on.
that beginning was kind of rough. Like I kind of got what it was like trying to be, and I kept getting like flashes, and this isn't music, but it's like it reminded me of like a scene from like Nightmare Alley or like the circus stuff
Mhm.
from that Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio, where it's kind of that like old timey circus type beat. Is kind of the vibe I was getting from that one. But man, the start of that song was kind of rough. Just like all these different instruments, and it didn't seem like anything was really hitting when it was supposed to, and stuff was balanced really weird. But then, like by like I'd say about halfway through, it kind of figured itself out. And by the end, I did enjoy it. Um, I especially like that outro. I thought was very very nice.
Mhm.
But I'm a sucker. Like anytime it's an acapella thing, like oh that sounds nice. And that's all that really matters to me. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say I liked half of that.
Yeah, I liked a third of that song.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't
yeah,
like the first half. I liked the little interlude, like when it was building and had like a nice rhythm actually going.
yeah.
And then I don't think the acapella and the outro fit at all, but that could just be
Okay,
me not liking that. I don't know. I was so distracted because like this whole pimp and priest dichotomy is so played out. I was wondering if there was more to it, but there's not really. So I'm like, I feel like I need more because that is such a played out like duality concept that everybody kind of knows already. So I'm like, yeah, this isn't really like a reveal to find out that this person is both the pimp and the priest. That's kind of a cliche at this point, I would say. So
in
I
2007 though, like I don't know.
yes,
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. It just felt really like basic to it. I mean, you can do it, but I need the music to back it up. Like, if you have a
True.
duality that's sharp, like, give me this nice little horn section. Give me this really dark, evil, fast section. Like, give
There you
me
go.
halves. You need to, like, push that forward to make me care about this. I feel like Black Midi did an excellent version of this song on Hellfire. I think it was Dangerous Liaisons. That song, it had the same kind of vibe, same kind of story, but it told it in a way where it was much more enticing. It was much more like enticing in this way that's like sinful. It's kind of this devil dichotomy. I felt it a lot more in that than I did here. Here it just felt
Sure.
like again another song where it's like, you know, this song couldn't even get its foothold like until 2.5 minutes in. Then I was kind
Yeah.
of vibing with it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just need more.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be nitpicky, but I need more.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that one was kind of. I don't want to say it was rough, but it was kind of
It
rough
was
for the
definitely the
first.
choppiest song on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Tumo.
two more.
His hands matched his tongue. Mhm. He hands our tongues. Where have I heard this guitar part before? That sounds really familiar.
It does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That in time I think I'll see just what's been weighing down on me. An unearthly void collapsed, exposing what was trapped to release this serendipity. The smell of smoke. The evening sky was bruised. Belated conversations saturate anticipation. Into it, you end up with nothing left to drink. The well has gone dry, and I'm with it. Oh, someday she'll be gone.
His hands matched his tongue.
I think that's my favorite one.
Me too.
Okay, good. Um, yeah, I mean, like, um, I really liked the kind of acoustic first couple of minutes, and that slow build into something a little more grandiose. I thought was very good. Thought it was more pretty smooth. I mean, compared to the last one, I'm like, wow, yeah,
Hmm.
should have just done this for the last one. Um, not the same vibe, but like I felt like, you know, work on those transitions a bit. But yeah, I really liked that one. It just sounded really good. Uh just very nice. A nice little ballad kind of thing.
Hmm.
Kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I listened to, but I really liked it. So
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
felt like that was definitely the best in terms of quality. I feel like he put aside all of his story building things and just made a song that felt what the character was conveying in that moment, and it felt really genuine and authentic, and it worked. There was no
Yeah.
overcomplication of anything. He just genuinely had the passion for that one, and it came out fantastic. Like I thought it was really great. There's still a couple mixing things, but they weren't as prevalent in this one. I felt like the track flowed really well. The vocal performances are great. I love the little acapella background bits on this one. It fits super well with the track. Yeah,
Yeah.
really smooth. So that one was good. Good job.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Alrighty. The River North, last track.
Holy moly.
And it's an instrumental.
I was wondering if this one was going to be an instrumental since the Lake South was an instrumental.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Over the garden wall.
I was going to say that. It's going to be the whole album in reverse. Just wait.
What if the real deer hunter was the friends we made along the way?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be really sick if it was like 2 minutes of just nothing?
This is awesome.
Just so that he could get it to 38.
Maybe. I do find it funny that he intentionally made 556 and then 556. Like,
And then 6 and then
yeah,
6.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he got up and left.
Thank
Oh.
you. Thank
Oh.
you. Thank you. Very good. Very good.
About time.
Now everybody can leave. Get up out of your seats. This is gonna lead into the second one, I bet.
It probably will. Spooky.
I did just notice that the second one has the same release date as the first one.
Does it?
Yeah.
I wonder if they were all put on Spotify at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was I didn't know. Didn't think that they would probably have been released on the same day.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
interesting.
just. Yeah, I don't know.
That was the River North and the album.
It was pretty nice. The little instrumental was all right, I guess. I don't know. It did kind of sound like a dollar store garden wall soundtrack.
Fantastic.
But you
soundtrack.
know, oh, of course. That's why I'm saying it's the dollar store version because nothing can be as good as that soundtrack. But yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the a minute of nothing and then clapping and then a weird little lead into something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's a fine outro. I don't know.
I just had a really good song that, like, you know, I enjoyed a song, and then this is the outro. So it's got to come down from that high.
I suppose. I suppose.
But yeah, I
Can't
mean,
end on a good song.
Of
That
course.
that doesn't happen.
I mean, it wasn't a bad song. It was just kind of discombobulated, kind of confused me. It shouldn't confuse me. But yeah, I feel like it's a pretty decent record. I mean, as a start, it's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of good ideas here. There's a lot of good compositions. I can tell he knows what he's doing.
Sure.
I feel like it just needs a lot of polish. It feels like something that had like one revision and that was it. I felt like, I don't know. There's like things on every track that I like, but there's also a lot of things on those tracks where I'm like, this can be done differently or better, or like you can heighten this more, like show me more emotion, give me a reason to buy into the story. I wasn't getting a whole lot of that. I feel like when it comes to like these rock opera, prog rock albums, it's like My Chemical Romance definitely has you beat when it comes to like emotional storytelling and engagement. Like The Black Parade is a masterpiece. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, when I come to something like this, it's like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. It's just not there.
Yeah.
Or even if you look at a Mars Volta in terms of instrumentation and getting you engaged in this kind of story through the music, like Mars Volta does that fantastic. Black Midi does both of them fantastically. So just knowing all of those and then coming to this, I'm a little underwhelmed with it. But like at the same time, I see the promise. I see there's definitely a lot of potential here. So I'm interested to see how the later ones sound, because I have been looking on the review sites and it looks like this is like the lowest rated out of all of the acts. So
That would make sense. Yeah. It does kind of feel like, and I'm going to use another movie analogy because that's what I know, but it feels like, you know, watching like one of like Kubrick's like first movies after watching like all of his later ones. And it's like, okay, I kind of see like little things that would carry on throughout, even though maybe it doesn't work all like some of his later stuff does. That's kind of what it felt like listening to this, where it's like, there's stuff here I like, there's stuff here I don't like, but like there's enough potential where it's like I would probably listen to you know, some more of the act stuff just to see if it does get any better, because I honestly could see that, and I could see myself really enjoying more stuff by this guy, honestly.
yeah, I mean, it feels definitely more centered towards you, where the songwriting is more up your alley and it's less like over the top weirdo interpretation kind of stuff, which is where I lean more. So I'm definitely more out the door on this than he is. But no, I think track 7 is really great. I actually really like that song. I felt like that was very well done. Felt natural. It's just everything else felt a little bit more too pretentious and over the top for what was actually being portrayed through the music. But yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, that was a great suggestion. We're so bad at this.
Yeah, we are. You get your spotlight at the end of the video.
Yeah, that's right.
I can probably plug it in the beginning. I'll shoehorn it in somewhere.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah, that's great. But what are we gonna react to next week or the week after if I'm sick? Wouldn't that be something? All right. Back at the wheel. There's been a couple weighting changes since last time. There's been a few things added. Pop 2 and Janet Jackson continue to be the most weighted thing on this wheel. So,
which means we'll never get them.
No, probably not. But we did add a new Brandy album today.
Okay.
We didn't have another Brandy on there, so excited for that. It's very small somewhere in here, but you know, who knows? Personally, I'm hoping for Orc.
Nice. I want King Gizzard or Caroline Polachek.
Is it Jeff?
Jeff?
Is it
Jeff?
It's Jeff.
Let's go. I'm so down. Finally. It's been years.
There we go. That's one of the first 10.
Yes.
There we go. Jeff Buckley.
Jeff Buckley Grace next time. I am so happy for that. This is a good wheel spin. I was hoping for King Gizzard, but this is so good, actually. This has been on here for so long. I've been so curious about it.
I know nothing about this. Is this like? It seems like it's like an '80s pop cover. Is that what this is?
It's a 90s.
90s.
It's like singer-songwriter stuff.
Oh, so I'll probably like it.
Yeah. You know, like the really good Hallelujah? That's
The
Jeff
one by
Buckley.
Rufus Wainwright. Oh.
No. Like the
I
really
didn't-
good Hallelujah?
I didn't know that there was a Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
I should listen to that.
It's really insane. So I'm excited for
Okay.
this. This should be really great.
Yeah. I could be down and dirty with this. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Join us next week for that.
Suggest the other acts if you want them.
Yes.
Or some of their other stuff. They have
Mhm.
side things. Because they aren't going to make Act 6, so they're making a new thing. So, there you go. Or suggest whatever you want. You don't have to suggest
there's no
what I want.
limits. Just go for it. As long as it's on Spotify, go for it.
Yeah. And make sure it's good.
Make sure it's good.
Yeah.
We will make
that's
fun of
all
you
I
if it's
ask.
not good. We won't do that. I think we're too nice to do that.
I want to make fun of you specifically, but I'm not going to hold back my opinions if I don't like
Oh,
it.
yeah, of course.
But, yeah. That's fun.
Happy St. Patrick's Day in like a month, I think. When
By
is
the
St.
time this
Patrick's
comes
Day?
out, it's going to be this month.
Awesome. Yes. Happy thanks, Pat. Happy thanks, Patrick Day.